Wow, that looks great on you.
I feel so glamorous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at I'm covered in feathers.
You are. You look spectacular.
I feel fancy.
Oh! Liberation Living Room!
Not again!
We're forgetting it again!
Welcome to the Liberation. Oh, okay. All right. You guys.
Are we late again?
Why are you always late? Oh my gosh, there's a whole bunch of you. Okay. All right. Welcome to the Liberation Living Room. We are incredibly privileged to have one of my favorite composers in the house, and her name is Rachel Grimes.
I'm glad the bird's here today, and the turtle, of course.
Do you want to play some tunes?
Yes. And the first song is actually called Every Morning Birds. So, especially this bird knows about morning time, right?
Yeah, because I'm a rooster.
Yeah, he reminds us all every day what time it is. So, but this song is about the birds that hang out in the woods and in the creeks, and they just sing their songs all day long. But usually in the morning, they're more beautiful in the morning. So I wrote a piece using like 3 different ideas. And these birds really like to hang out near the water. So I have made an idea for the water, and then I have bird ideas. And then the third idea is the heart. So it's like the human, the spirit part. It's not really out there, it's in here. So I thought maybe it'd be fun to show you like the three different parts of the song, and then you can hear the whole song together. And you can imagine, I'm sure the experts, the birds in the room, know exactly how this goes. But let's do the water first. This is how I made up the sound of water. We have, you know what water does? It just kind of flows along, and it just always goes and goes. So that's what this is. Craig is going to join me. It just always goes. Always goes. But sometimes water does crazy things, and it goes whoosh, or it turns. And here's that sound. Water's just going. And sometimes the birds, they come down and they want to drink. So here's a bird. And then he has to say it again. And the water's still flowing, right? Sometimes when the water's really quiet, you think about things that are kind of, they're in here. And so that's the sound. We have 3. Breathing. So sometimes water goes a little fast. Now that's the ideas. Those are the ideas. It's almost a piece. So now we're going to play you the real piece. And so obviously you're going to listen for birds, right? And all of you birds know what that sounds like.
Okay.
And you're going to listen for some water, and then you're going to listen for the heart. Okay? All right. This is Every Morning Birds.
First question I'd like to ask is, what inspired you to become a composer?
I think it was always there, but I just didn't understand what it was till maybe I was, 8 or 10. But it was just, there's just always music inside, kind of telling stories with music. And I played piano since I was really little, so it seemed like a lot of the time I would sit down and I would try to learn a song that my dad was playing or my friend was playing, but then I would end up just sort of making up my own song. So one day I learned that that is sort of a job called a composer, but it's hard to actually get a job being a composer. But for some reason I still went to college to do that, and then, all that time I was playing the piano, so they go together for me, playing and making new music.
When do you think was the first piece that you actually wrote?
I do remember, I don't know, I think I was about 7. I had a piece that was in D major, because at the time I just loved that key. And it had 3 parts, and it was sort of a theme and variations, where you have one idea and then you alternate and, develop that idea, 3, 6, 8 times. So that was,
Who
I
in
don't
here
even know
is
what it was
7 years
called.
old? 7 years old. Raise your hand if you're 7. Okay, so when she was your age, she was writing her first piece of music. I have one more question. What is your favorite place for thinking?
Outdoors, looking at the sky, or in the woods, or just laying in the grass, or even just working on something outdoors. I love to be outdoors.
I think I'm going to ask the kids that one. Raise your hand if you have a question. Raise your hand.
Wow, a zillion. There's a zillion.
Let me see.
Well, maybe a million.
Well, how about this, Lincoln? Lincoln, you have a question?
Oh, I think my friend Cardinal over there wanted to ask you a question.
Oh,
Hey, Card.
Hi, it's Carl Cardinal over here. Hello.
Hey, Carl.
Hello. Rachel.
Yeah.
What? I saw your fingers moving really fast.
Yeah.
Do you have to do anything to get ready to play the piano, like finger exercises or anything like that?
Yes, I should. I didn't today because I was getting here on time. But usually, I do exercises just like if you go running before you play a game, that helps you warm up and helps your body all feel. And sometimes I use like the most basic ones that I did when I was a kid. Does anybody do the Hannon exercises? I do those sometimes.
You got a question?
How do you make the songs?
One step at a time. So sometimes I'm playing and I come up with an idea and then I'm like, oh, what am I doing? And then I have to sort of take it apart and figure out what are the pieces. And remember we went through and there's basically 3 ideas. So I figure out what each idea is and then I, put them on top of each other and then I play it a bunch of times so I can remember.
We got one way in the back there. Raise your hand really high. You want to? Yeah, stand up. Yeah, you. Well,
What inspires you to write your music?
Awesome question. Life stories. Sometimes I see a picture or a scene in a movie, and I just want to kind of paint that in music. So sometimes there's a real story. Like the next one we're going to do actually has some lyrics, like a story behind it. But sometimes I'm just looking at a texture or a color or, the way the sky's moving. Remember.
What's your favorite key on the piano?
You must play the piano.
Well, I like to.
Well, it's really hard to say that there's a favorite, but I like my family always called them the black keys. We always loved to play on the black keys, And so F sharp major or D flat major or D flat minor is really good too. So I don't think I have one, but those are 3 favorites.
What's your favorite song that you've ever written?
I don't think I have a favorite song because they're all things I've made, so they all have their own place, That's a hard question. I do love that one because it has both ideas in it that I've always loved, bird songs, and that's a real bird song. I'm not exactly sure what bird it is, but it is a bird song that I heard enough times I could remember, the way that he did all those little variations. So that's one of my favorites.
Emily, you got a question?
Do composers sing? Do they?
Yeah, all the time. I don't sing today, but I sing sometimes inside, and occasionally I sing. And Willie Nelson. Have you ever heard of Willie Nelson? Or Neil Young? They're composers who sing.
Birdie has a question.
Okay.
Kooky Bird.
Wait, how old were you when you started to play music?
I was really young. Santa Claus brought me a little white piano. I think it was about this big, and it probably had about 10 keys on it. They were all rainbow colors, and I was 1. So, Does that count? I was playing that little piano when I was 1. Yeah.
Okay. So now I'd like to introduce Carly Johnson to sing one of Rachel Grimes' arrangements of a classic. And maybe you can tell us about it. But Carly, you want to come up?
So I have to tell you something really great first. Okay. I don't know. How many people here are in middle school? Not too many, right? Like 3 or 4.
Yes.
Anybody go to Highland Middle School? Awesome. So did she. And when was this? Like 14 years ago? I don't know.
5 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Sometime in the 90s, one of my teachers asked me to join him and teach some composition classes after school at Highland Middle School. So I did it for 3 years, and I got to go once a week, I think, and make music with young kids. And they each brought their instrument, whatever that was, and their ideas. And we came into the room, and we just had a blast every week. And my absolute favorite star pupil, if there is such a thing to say that, was Carly. And she is such a beautiful, beautiful musician.
Thank you.
Person.
Thank you.
But at the time, she brought her saxophone to class, and she made amazing saxophone pieces.
Thank you.
And now she's an extraordinary singer. So it's so wonderful for me to get to do this piece first ever with the vocalist and have it be Carly.
That's
So
awesome.
that's good. One of these days, you never know. It's going to happen.
All right. That's great.
And then what the song is, okay, I'm distracted, is called My Dear Companion. And I didn't write the lyrics, and nobody really knows who did because it's an old folk song. It might be 150, 200 years old. We don't really know, but it probably came from Scotland or England over with people that moved over here to the country. And so I fell in love with a lot of these songs and made a few arrangements of them. And this is one that sort of stuck, but I've never had anybody sing it. So Carla's going to sing a few verses for you. And like most folk songs, it's sad. And it's about someone getting their heart broken. And this happens, but
you come
here
back
it is.
from it.
You recover.
You learn. You become a better person.
You recover.
It's all wonderful things.
So, my dear companion.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes. Yeah, hopefully. Just me. Sorry. Okay.
Did have a dear companion. Indeed, I thought his love my own, until the black-eyed girl betrayed me, and then he cared for me no more. And last night when you were sleeping, dreaming in a sweet repose, while I upon a broken hearted listen to the wind that blows. Last night when you were sweetly sleeping, dreaming in a sweet repose, while I upon a broken hearted listen to the wind that blows, listen to the wind that blows.
Hey, you know what I loved about Rachel Grimes in the Liberation Living Room?
Everything?
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. But really, I love that story she told about writing the song about the birds.
Oh man, that was so cool, and she is such a great storyteller. She is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Because, you know, I always had this feeling birds were kind of snooty. You know, like you see them hopping around the woods, and they almost never talk to you.
Oh man, they're like snarky, they like to poop on you, and they fly around acting like they're better than you.
Just because I can't fly.
But maybe they're not all so bad, because obviously Rachel found some birds that she could collaborate with.
Wait, what? She did what?
Well, collaborated?
What is that?
Well, collaboration is when you work with others to create something.
Oh, like when me and that other bear found that beehive and we like knocked it down and ate all the honeycombs and stuff?
Yeah, just like that. But maybe we should go ask some friends what they think collaboration is.
Yeah, okay, let's do it.
Collaboration! I think collaboration is building something new with your friends. Collaboration means work together. Let's go build a fort over there!